Hey guys, this is your new gamer friend here, Tubby, with the second video. Hope you guys will like it. I have been asked many times regarding my PC build and what I have installed in my PC. I thought let's make a video about it, but I will also explain that why I have what I have. You will come across many builds on YouTube, and that builds would range from insane builds to not so insane ones, but they often don't explain that why they have built such a machine, as in why they have opted for such hardware specifications. So I will try to let you guys understand my mindset, that why I bought what I bought. Again, it might not be the most perfect build, but I have my reasons for going for such hardware. Though the reasons itself can be dumb, but it is what it is. If you have your opinion regarding my build, whether it's good or bad, feel free to voice your opinion in the comment section below so that I understand your point of view as well. So here it is. Starting things off is my processor, and it is AMD 7 1800X. A lot of my friends call me the AMD advocate, and they have their reasons. My reason is simple. I love AMD for one reason, that is they give the best price to performance, which is better than Intel's. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Intel have bad CPUs, nor I am a fanboy who says AMD is the better option in all genres. It's just that my personal taste is a little bit lean towards AMD. I did recommend Intel i5 series to anyone before Ryzen if someone was looking for a gaming build, right? And I would always, go ahead and recommend Intel CPUs before Ryzen. But after Ryzen, the game has changed a lot, so that's the reason I recommend Ryzen now. Coming to the why part, great FPS in games and top-notch in productivity benchmarks. What else, do you want from your CPU? Again, the review I will be linking in the description of this particular video, so you can have a look. Now coming to the motherboard, as in the mother of this particular system, I have a Asus Hero 6 X370 board. I simply love and adore this board. Overclocking this particular motherboard from day one has been easy, but not smooth, I must say. The smooth part, because I purchased Ryzen when it was launched, like a week after Ryzen 7 was launched. The platform was new, faced a lot of issues, and memory was a major concern. But with time and with timely updates, I'm happy, and still a smile is on my face while saying that this particular platform has been supported by the motherboard manufacturers, and now I get stable overclocking and stable performance from my Ryzen build. Right now, I have overclocked Ryzen 7 to 4.0, 4.1 to be precise, and the memory is at 3200 megahertz. And there is no issues, whatsoever. The system runs cooler, and also there has been no blue screens or anything on that sort, so no hiccups. The why is that this was the best motherboard out there at the time of launch, and still is one of the best motherboards for Ryzen. The RGB is another reason. Sorry, RGB haters, but the RGB headers, the Asus sync is also there. So, if you have any RGB compatible components, it would sync, and you will get one effect overall. So coming to the memory, I have a Trident Z again RGB memory with 16 into 2 3200 megahertz. If you want to know the why part, again, that RGB on this RAM is insane. I mean, just look at this thing of beauty. Any video you search on YouTube with the Trident Z RGB RAM, I'm sure you are going to, say that this is one beautiful piece of hardware. If you want to know the why part, again, 60% was the RGB, and the rest is that the memory actually performs really very good. I have linked the review in the description. You guys can have a look regarding the review. Coming to the graphics card, well, I am rocking the best GPU, I think, at the time of making this video, which is 1080 Ti. The reason being is, again, this is the fastest GPU in the market. But I don't think that it is a good purchase if you're rocking a 1080p monitor, which I am. Again, yes, I'm not rocking a 1440p or 4K monitor, but a 1080p monitor. And I think that 1080 Ti is a bit overkill for 1080p display. I would rather recommend 1080 Ti to anyone who's rocking 1440p or even 4K. I think 1440p would be a sweet spot because it will give you 60 FPS and plus on any title. Sorry for that. Now, coming to the cooling, well, I'm rocking H100i Corsair all-in-one cooler, which at the time I bought was one of the best closed loop coolers as in all-in-one coolers in India. So yeah, there you have the why. And also, I wanted to explore the water side of things, so that's the reason I purchased this. And to be honest, I'm not disappointed with the cooler. It has served me well. Still, it gives me 40-ish temperature on idle, and when the CPU is on load, it gives me around high 60s, ish temperature. And do remember, I do have an overclocked Ryzen 1800X, so not bad at all when it comes to temps. Coming to the storage, first I would like to tell you guys, please don't judge me on this. I have 8 storage drives, 2 being SSD and 6 being the HDDs. 2 SSDs, one is Intel 530 128, which I purchased in 2013, and the other one is 850 Evo Pro, which is 256 GB, and the rest of the HDDs are like 2 into 500 GB, 2 into 1 TB, and 2 into 2 TB. Again, the hard disk range from 2010. In fact, I have some hard disk which have survived, for the past 7 years. So yes, so that's the reason I have, so many storage devices. Now, coming to the power supply, well, I have a 1000 watt power supply, Corsair RM 1000X. The reason I have a 1000 watt power supply is because back in the day, or maybe a year ago, I thought that I will be rocking an SLI setup with open loop water cooling and custom water cooling and whatnot, which still not has been the case. So that's the reason I wanted to future proof my build, and that's the reason I bought RM1000X. But still, I think this is a good purchase, and it is a very stable power supply. You can again go to the review, it is linked in the description below. The cabinet, I have an older one which is 400R Corsair Carbide series. uh, to be honest, this particular chassis is really very reliable. I have traveled from my hometown, which is in Punjab, Bathinda, to Pune, and this particular cabinet has traveled on a truck, and I have not seen a single bend or anything on this particular cabinet. It is really very stable and it is really very rigid, right? It is made up of steel. Only the front part is covered with plastic. Rest, the chassis is made from steel. And if you want a stable and reliable cabinet, I would still recommend go with the 400R. Yes, this is not rocking a tempered glass, but I keep one of the sides open of my cabinet so everything is visible, as you can see in the video as well. So now coming to the next part, which is the accessories. So this is, that was my cabinet overall. So coming to the accessories part, I am rocking two F310 Logitech controllers, first of all, I think, which are the best controllers at this particular price point, which is around 1300 rupees. I have two G502 mouse, and one is RGB and the other one is non-RGB. The non-RGB I take it to office with me, for office work and everything. The headphones, I really love these headphones. They are G633. The headphones, the reason I love is, first of all, the mic is really very good. I'm actually recording this video on these headphones, and the sound is 7.1, and the bass is really very clear and crisp. So whoever looking for a 10,000-ish headphones, a gaming headphone, you just close your eyes and buy this. You will not be disappointed in these headphones. And again, it comes with RGB, which gets synced with the G502 RGB. So you have have a cool effect going over there as well. Now, my favorite accessory of my build is the K95 Cherry MX Brown RGB keyboard. It is just simply amazing how if you switch from membrane to mechanical, you just are in love with the mechanical key switches and you just keep on typing. I mean, dude, like just hear the sound, and I sometimes actually get lost while typing and just want to keep on typing. So yeah, that's the reason. So the last but not the least is the mousepad, which is MM800 Corsair mousepad. Again, the mouse surface is actually very nice, and it has a USB pass through. So these are the whys. And yes, the RGB is the main reason I actually bought it. So I wanted to, go and all out RGB build. So that's the reason. All these all this machinery is resting on a custom made table, because I live in India. We don't have IKEA or anything of that sort over here, and it has an RGB strip attached at to it at the very bottom. So again, the RGB effect is there. So that would be it for my build. I hope you actually liked my build and you liked the video that I have at the end for my build. And if you have any suggestions for the video, any suggestion for the channel, please comment and let us know. And really thank you to you guys who actually watched the last video and built a system around it. Even though the views are low, but still you guys keep us motivated, and I'm really very thankful to you that you actually watched and liked our previous video. Thanks again. GG. Have a nice day. Bye bye.